This is Karen and welcome to another Magical Monday with dolallycrafts. This is the card we're making today, but I'm stepping it up a bit. I'm not going to show you how, but I'll show you at the end. Okay, without any further ado, let's start. So we've got our top layer, and this one is going to have some dry, not dry embossing, heat embossing on it. I've got your brightness, your thoughtfulness brightened my day. And that's just going to go up in the top corner there. Pop it off, and then we will coat it with some clear embossing powder. You can use clear or you can use white for this. I decided to use clear since it's on a white background anyway. And once again, I've forgotten to use my embossing buddy. Oh well. We'll see how we go. Okay, you might want to turn your volume down. I'll fast forward this part though. That was really quick to do. I'll just let that dry a little bit. It's warped just a tiny bit, but not enough to be overly concerned about. It will be okay once it's been put against the matting sheet. Okay, so that's all ready to go. And now what we do is come in with our pool party and our Stampin' sponge. And what I do is I buy the 3-pack of sponges and cut each sponge into 6, so that I've got 3 separate sponges. As you can see, that's just a 1/6 of the circle. There we go. I'll just add a bit more over here so that the daisy's got a little bit of colour behind it. And that's it for the sponging. Ooh. Okay, now this next bit is just putting the branch on, or the stem of our daisy on. So I'm just going to bring in some old olive. And stamp it. Let's see how straight I can get this. Stamp it just up here. There we go, beautiful. Pop that away. I've got to be careful because my old olive is leaking a little bit. It's overly juicy. Ooh. Okay, so we've got the base part of the card done. Now I want to bring in our leaves and my bone folder, and I'm going to give each leaf just a quick curve. There we go. Last one, and it's just to give the leaves a little bit of dimension. Now I've got to bring in my dimensionals, and just these little pieces at the side are plenty big enough when you snip them up like so, and they're just half of a normal dimensional, and just pop those behind each leaf just so that it keeps the curl. If you can hear noise in the background, it's my daughter. I forgot to close the door before I started recording, so she's got a bit of noise going on down in the lounge room. Okay. So we'll just pop the leaves on. It's better we get these on first, because then the daisy can lay across the top of it, of the top leaf. Otherwise I tend to stick the petal down with the leaf. Okay, so there's the petals done, and then we bring in the daisy. All we need to do is give a light curl to each of the leaves with the bone folder. As you can see, I actually sponged the centre of the daisies. What I did was stamp the daisy out first, and these are second generation stamps with the smoky slate, and before I punched it out I actually sponged the centre of each daisy, once again with one of my sponges, and then punched it out so that we've got the highlight in the middle. Okay, next we pop a glue dot in the centre and then just offset it. Offset all the petals, as you can see. And then come in with another dimensional, and this has to go in the middle of the daisy centre and peel the top off, and then bring that in and pop that just on the top there. Now I stamped that with Daffodil Delight, then went over it again with Pumpkin Pie, and then actually sponged that as well before I punched it out, just to give these white bits more of a faded yellow look. Okay, another dimensional on the back of the daisy, like so. Peel that off, and then we can pop that just in the middle like so. There we go. I really like how pretty that looks. So we'll flip that over. Actually, no, we won't. What I'll do is I'll put the fast fuse on here, and then just make sure all the edges are even, like so. That looks really nice. Okay, bring in the card, and you've seen me do this before. I have a great big wodge of, so I've got my piece of fun foam here, and I'm just going to, as you've seen me do before, one of the only times I use the mono multi these days is to put the fun foam on the cardstock, because it's got a better hold than anything else. So I'll just pop that there like so, and then for those wondering why I very rarely use it, I found that the glue tends to swell the cardstock. It's not too bad when you've got matting behind it. It doesn't seem to happen as badly. But when you've got just the normal piece of white, especially the thin whisper white, you can see it through the cardstock. Okay, so that's our card finished today. So I'll just bring the original back in, and you can see how I've stepped it up a little bit. I changed the colour so it's not as defined on the front. I've sponged the Daffodil Delight onto the daisy just to give the centre a bit more oomph. It's actually a top folding now instead of a side folding. And then when we open it up inside, you can see I've even stepped it up inside. We've once again got the Pool Party matting. We've got the thank you as it was in the other one, just in Pool Party, and the three little yellow daisies. And in the bottom, I've just decorated it with some of the loose daisies from the Daisy Delight stamp set. Okay, that's our card for today. I hope you like it, and I hope you give it a go yourself. Okay, if you have any questions, just leave them below. And I'd like to say I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I'd love for you to shop with me and give me the opportunity to become your demonstrator. If you would like to have a workshop in your own home and you live around Mornington or on the peninsula down in Victoria, just give me a bell and I'd love to come out and do an in-home demonstration for you and your friends. Okay, have a great day. Don't forget, we have Throwback Thursday on Thursday. Have a great week. Ta-da!